di YouTube siapa, Dek? Nanti kalau ada.
Terus Pak Pauris ya?
Ada ya.
Okay. Bapak Ibu, so we are now live on YouTube. So we might invite, admit all the participants. Thank you. This committee, we can admit all the participants.
Dari kota terbaik di Indonesia, kota dengan catatan sejarah perjuangan dan nuansa kepahlawanan. Selamat datang di Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Lahir tahun 1964 sebagai Institut Keguruan Ilmu Pendidikan atau IKIP Surabaya, menjadi lembaga yang ditugaskan sebagai perguruan tinggi pencetak tenaga pendidik. Seiring dengan perkembangan kebutuhan pendidikan dan laju zaman yang kian melesat, UNESA menjaga marwah itu dengan meneguhkan diri sebagai pusat pengembangan pendidikan, pelestarian seni tradisional, ilmu keolahragaan, serta ramah disabilitas. Terus bertumbuh menjadi perguruan tinggi terkemuka, UNESA kini mengelola 7 fakultas yang terdiri dari 73 program studi S1 dan D4 serta 23 program studi pasca sarjana. Fakultas Ilmu Keolahragaan, Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni, Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Hukum, Fakultas Ekonomi, Fakultas Matematika dan Ilmu Pengetahuan Alam, Fakultas Teknik, program pasca sarjana. Memiliki 2 klaster keilmuan, program studi berbasis kependidikan dan non-kependidikan, UNESA senantiasa meningkatkan kualitas penyelenggaraan pendidikan, memupuk tradisi ilmiah dalam penelitian, menggelorakan semangat pengabdian pada masyarakat, berjejaring berkolaborasi dengan pemangku kepentingan, serta mewujudkan pelayanan yang prima, transparan, dan akuntabel.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Di usia ke-56 tahun ini, kami dengan bangganya mengajak Anda untuk lebih dekat dan mengenal tentang UNESA. Kami terus berkomitmen tidak hanya menyelenggarakan pendidikan terbaik bagi tenaga pendidik profesional masa depan, juga sangat berfokus untuk menciptakan lulusan yang berkarakter, tangguh, kreatif, inovatif, dan mampu berkolaborasi pada siapapun, berbudaya yang humanis dengan spesifikasi yang unggul dalam hal seni, olahraga, dan pendidikan disabilitas yang komprehensif.
Pendidikan tak hanya menjadi intisari keberadaan, tetapi juga menjadi nafas perjuangan. UNESA menjadi salah satu kampus penyelenggara program pendidikan profesi guru yang menghasilkan tenaga pendidik profesional. UNESA terus menyelenggarakan berbagai program pemberdayaan sebagai stimulus untuk mengembangkan sumber daya dosen dan mahasiswa. Pengembangan pengembangan riset, serta produk-produk inovatif menjadi solusi atas permasalahan yang ada pada masyarakat. UNESA, rumah para juara. Ekosistem yang mendukung dalam mencetak sumber daya manusia berkualitas, kompetitif, dan berwawasan global sehingga mampu bersaing di tingkat nasional maupun internasional. Kolaborasi adalah kunci kemajuan dalam upaya menjadi kampus berdaya saing global. UNESA berkolaborasi dengan sejumlah institusi berskala internasional, baik di bidang industri, pemerintahan, maupun institusi pendidikan. Naik kelas dengan kelengkapan fasilitas. Sebagai wadah dalam mengembangkan minat, bakat, serta potensi mahasiswa, UNESA juga terus mengembangkan sarana dan prasarana yang mampu menunjang kegiatan akademik maupun non-akademik. Gor Futsal Internasional, Asrama Kontainer, Sport Center, Pusat Bahasa, Graha UNESA, Student Activity Center, Jogging Track, Lapangan Berkuda, Gor Basket Internasional, Unit Kegiatan Mahasiswa, Seni, Pengembangan karakter dan kepribadian, olahraga, aktivitas outdoor,
UNESA,
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 UNESA, satu langkah di depan.
MC, please.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start our event today. We have three presenters, Miss Anna Nela from UIN, and she has been an activist in micro scholarship program, Teacher of Access. And the second one is Miss Lina from SMP Lab School UNESA. And the third one is Mr. Pauris from English Department of UNESA. Since we have limited time, I will give the first floor to Miss Anna. Miss Anna, you can start your presentation.
Right, thank you, Ms. Rahayu, for giving your time to me. All right, good afternoon, Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. And also thank you for the coordinator and also Pak Soeb for giving me the chance to be involved in this occasion. Before we go further to discuss about some online tools that I usually use, let me introduce myself first. My name is Anna Nela Royana, and most of my colleagues and also some people around me usually called me Mbak Anna, Mbak Nela, Miss Anna, Miss Nela, and everything. So Bapak dan Ibu, you can call me with these options of name or everything that you can know from my full name here. Well, I'm currently teaching at some programs from different institutions. The first one is I'm teaching at English in Bimbel Kedinasan dan UTBK. And the second one, I'm also teaching in one of Win Sunan Ampel program, English intensive program uh, for the new students in the first and also in the second semester. And recently, for this 3 months, I've joined a program which is conducted by IIEF and also supported by Regional Office of United States Embassy Jakarta, Access Micro Scholarship Program. Well, I guess it's been almost more than a year that we have been in pandemic situation in which all the teachers and students are required to do online learning, right? It's almost more than a year and it's become our second year. Hopefully in the next semester, we will do the offline class. And most of us, I guess, are using Zoom and Google Meet for conducting the learning process in which all the meetings and also the materials are provided on the screen. Before I tell you about our online tools, the host, would you like to allow me to do share screen for my slide?
Yes, please. Yes, you can
Okay.
share your screen.
All right, before I go further to discuss and tell you about my experience in using our online tools, I want to know whether some of you, some of the teachers here have been familiar with some online tools that I usually use. The first online tools that I usually use and apply in my classroom, especially during the online class, is well, it's the loading here. All right, while waiting for this slide is ready, the first online tool I usually apply in my classroom is Bitmoji. Is there anyone here have been familiar about Bitmoji? Would you like to give me a thumbs emoticon for those who have been familiar with Bitmoji? All right. Oh, sorry. All right. Well, no one gives me a thumbs up for the Bitmoji online tools. Actually, I'm glad to see that most of teachers or the participants here haven't been familiar with Bitmoji, so that what I will share and also the experience or the information that I will tell you hopefully can be beneficial for your classroom activity. The second one is Google Slide. Is there anyone here have been familiar with Google Slide or using this online tools in the classroom? Would you like to give me a thumbs up emoji from the feature of Zoom if you have been familiar with Google Slide or using these online tools in class? I guess Mr. Mahis in the previous time not his head. And well, let's continue to the last one is PowerPoint. How about these online tools? Are there some people have been familiar with these online tools? Would you like to give me a thumbs up for those who have been familiar with these online tools? Okay, thank you, Mr. Mahis. All right, well, now let's continue our discussion about Bitmoji, Google Slide, and PowerPoint. But I want to invite you to discuss about Google Slide first. So what is Google Slide? So Google Slide and PowerPoint is quite similar, actually. It's a presentation tool that we can use to present our material on the screen to the students. However, Google Slide and also PowerPoint is quite different since the Google Slide gives us a service which can be accessed online or offline. So there are two options that we can do with Google Slide. While PowerPoint only can be accessed in offline. This online tools is very beneficial for the teachers who has a collaboration with other teachers to make their materials. In my program, in my, in my classroom, in Access Micro Scholarship Program, the teachers in one class are two teachers. So we are coordinating each other and do collaboration about the materials. So Google Slide will help the teachers who conducts collaboration about the materials. Why I'll talk about Google Slide first and also Bitmoji, because Google Slide and Bitmoji are connected each other. And Bitmoji is an apps or online tools which can make an animation or our personal expressive emoji. It will make our own avatar. So there is an animation here about a teacher. This is the form of Bitmoji that I can and usually use in my slide. Google Slide and Bitmoji is connected each other because Bitmoji can only be accessed in Google Slide. That's why I explained about Google Slide first. Will we be able to access Bitmoji in PowerPoint since Google Slide also a presentation tool, the same as PowerPoint? Unfortunately, Bitmoji can only be accessed in Google Slides. So when we, and especially me, when I want to make the slide or the presentation for my classroom materials, I always use Google Slides because I need to add my personal emoji in my slide. What can we do with Bitmoji in our classroom? There are some options that we can do in our classroom with Bitmoji. The first one is applying it in our slide, because all the meetings between teachers and students are conducted virtually, right? With Zoom and sometimes Google Meet, and our existence in the Zoom in our screen, sometimes in the form or in the shape of small rectangular or small square on the corner of the screen. And sometimes our photo or our video can be scrolled up and down, so the students cannot see ourselves. That's why I need to put our own avatar in my slide to represent ourselves, to represent the teacher. So there will be a strong emotional bond between the students and also the teacher. And the next items that we can do with Bitmoji is we can make our own flashcard by using Bitmoji, because Bitmoji not only provide the animation, but it also provides some movement or some styles that we want to have in our flashcard, such as walking, running, sleeping, or raising hand, driving, and others. So how we can access Bitmoji? There are two equipments that we need to have for accessing the Bitmoji. The first one is with our phone. So we need to install these apps in our smartphone first before we access it in our laptops. You can find these apps in the Play Store, and then for the new users, you can create the account. There are two options to access the Bitmoji here, or to do the signing up. The first one is using our Snapchat account, and the second one is using email. For me, because I do not have Snapchat account, so I prefer to use email, and it's quite easier than the Snapchat because I don't have Snapchat account. After we sign up our account to the Bitmoji, we will be required to choose the gender of us to make the personal emoji or our own avatar. After we choose the gender, we will be required to capture ourselves. This one is the interesting one, to have Bitmoji, to make our own avatar. There are some other applications to make animation or our own avatar, actually. For example, Pixtent. But Pixtent, for the free account user, there are lots of limitations that we cannot access in Pixtent. For Bitmoji, even though we only have free account, there are lots of features that we can access in Bitmoji. And by capturing ourselves, which is provided by Bitmoji, we can make our similar ourselves, the meaning of ourselves. It's quite similar with ourselves if we set it manually. And after we capture ourselves, we will be able to set our own style for our own avatar, either from the skin tone, and then how our eyes will look like, the eyebrow, nose, and the shape of our face. And also the styles for your outfit. You can set it with how do you usually look like, and it will create your own emoji in your phone. After we signed up, and when we need to log into these apps, the display will be like this. There are some options like holding a balloon or with a cat, wearing eyeglasses, and etc. We can find our emoji that we want. For example, running. There will be some options about emoji of running for teachers. Having successfully signed up or create the account in our smartphone, we need to connect the account in our laptop to access it in our slide. So we need to find Bitmoji for Chrome in the Google, and after that we can install or add it to the Chrome. First, we need to add these apps into the Chrome. Sorry. And do log in with our account that we create in the first time. After we log into our account that we made, we can activate the extension in the Google. So we need to activate the extension. Kita perlu mengaktifasi extension dari aplikasi Bitmoji ini, so that we can access it easily. If we have activated the extension of the Bitmoji, the icon will be like this. The pin color will be blue, and there is an icon of Bitmoji logo here. And after that, we will be able to access the Bitmoji itself. However, when we need to access the Bitmoji in our slide, we need to log in first or open our Google slide in our Google. Wait a minute. I need to stop sharing this. This is the example of Bitmoji extension, which has been activated. I have activated for some months, so we can use it in our slide. And this is the form of Google slide. Well, it's still loading. So if we want to add our own avatar from the Bitmoji, we can only click the icon of the Bitmoji extension here, and we choose one of the emoji provided by Bitmoji and drag it into our slide. Unfortunately, this Google slide is loading for a longer time. This is the negative side when we have Google Slide in our classroom, especially for laptops who has been old, like mine. The Google Slide will be heavy for the laptop, for old laptop. That's why I prefer to download the slide that I made in Google Slide into PowerPoint. So when I need to present the slide with Bitmoji to my students, I will present it in the form of PowerPoint. Because when I present it online with Google Slide, we need a longer time to access the Google Slide itself because it's really related to the connection. So I made the slide with Google Slide first, I download the slide and I present it with a PowerPoint. Now this one is the form of Bitmoji when we access the Bitmoji extension. For example, I want to have hi or hello.
It seems Miss Anna is out of the Zoom. We're still waiting for Miss Anna.
I think Miss Anna is having an internet connection trouble. Shall we proceed to Bulina?
I think so.
Okay, a friendly reminder to all participants, if you want to pop up any questions, you can do so by writing on the chat box in Zoom or in chat box in YouTube, and we will respond immediately. Don't forget to put your name, affiliations, and questions. Okay, let's have Bulina presentations.
Okay, thank you very
Bulina,
much.
are you ready?
Okay, I have. Thank you very much, Bu Rahayu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lina Agustina. I'm just an ordinary English teacher at Lab School Unesa Katintang. And I can see that all my lecturers are here. Good afternoon for all of you here. So, along with the spirit of this program, as I see from the flyer, the spirit sounds like from teachers, by teachers, and for teachers. And here I'd like to share what I have made, what I have practiced in my classroom for my students. It is about Padlet. But before that, I'd like you to write something. I will show you a link later. Wait a minute, I will show you a link. You can click the link after that, and then you will see a plus sign there. I'll get you the link first. Wait a minute. We all know that now we have to do our teaching and learning process online, all online. So, okay, here we go. I've copied the link. Let me share this on the chat. Okay, there you go. You can see the link there in the chat. There, I'd like you to write 3 things about online learning. It can be your opinion, your experience, or anything you want to share about the online learning that you conduct with your students. While we are waiting for the response, I'm sure that all of you here are all great teachers. When we have to switch from the offline learning to the online learning, I'm sure that all of you, can adapt yourself, can push yourself harder to adapt with the situation. I mean, when we did something offline, teaching the students offline, we met them in the classroom, and then we just switched like that with the online learning, using online materials too, online media too. There will be a slight difference. I mean, something like shocking. You can feel that. So here, I just want to share what I have made, not being like I'm not the great one. No, not like that. But I just want to share something with all the teachers here. I can see that some have written, but I need more, I think. For the ones who haven't known about Padlet, I don't know, maybe some of you have known about it, maybe have used it, maybe often using it. But if you are not familiar with it, when you click the link that I shared to you, you will see a blank space with a plus sign. That is an example of Padlet. I will share you something that okay, wait a minute. I can share screen what you have written there. Where is it? Can you see the screen? Where is my Padlet here? Why is it missing? Okay, I will start first, I think. Maybe I closed it incidentally. I will open a new one. Still two participants. The online classes for you, less attractive, less effective, and then too demanding on technological insights. Yes, that's true. And then needs more preparation. Maybe you feel what I feel and you experience what I experience too. Yes, the classroom will be less attractive because we cannot see the students directly. It's less effective because we cannot push all the students. We cannot, what is it? We cannot check whether the students are all really there. I mean, whether the students all understand what we are saying. Too demanding on technological insights. Yeah, we have to do that. We want it or not. Needs more preparation. Nah, I think it also needs more time because yeah, when we teach online, when we teach virtually, when the students submit their assignments, oh my God, I'm not. When students submit their assignment, they need to respond as quickly as possible. So it means that when they submit this assignment at night, maybe at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., it means that we have to update as soon as possible. Yeah, you have submitted your assignment and well done. This is your score, something like that. It's harder to manage and control the students. Yes. Sometimes when we have Google Meet, they don't show their face and they just leave somewhere, maybe going to the kitchen or somewhere. We don't know about that. And that's true. Okay, I think I can stop this verse for now. What you see here is a Padlet, but since this is a best practice, I will not tell you something theoretical because this is more practical to me. And to me, Padlet is a kind of, what is it? A one step ahead PowerPoint. Why is it so? Because we can do many things there. We can attach many things there, various kinds of things that we can attach there. And it will be useless if I don't tell you how to make it or how to use it for our classroom. Maybe one of you have a question if I share this to you. If you are the students, it means that you can place yourself as the students and you can think that I can post there in the Padlet. What if I as the teacher make the media and the students click the link of the Padlet and then add something there? Whereas we don't want that to happen because we still want that Padlet still original for the next class, I mean. So there's a way, of course, but I will show you first. For first, okay, I will share again. We can start from the beginning, how to make a Padlet. For first, you can open up, you can open the Google and just write Padlet there.
Miss Lina, we cannot see your screen.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Like this. Can you see it?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Just write Padlet like this, and then you will see this, padlet.com. Just if you don't have a Padlet account yet, you can sign up. But if you have already a Padlet, you just log in just here because I have my own. I have my account in Padlet. I just log in, and the display will be like this. I'll stop first. I cannot share the tabs. Okay, like this. These are the 4 upper Padlets are the Padlets that I have made. I use it just now for the online learning. When I asked you to write 3 things briefly about online learning here. But when you have had your Padlet, there will be just one Padlet like this. I will open it up. Okay, like this. At first, the first thing that you have to do is to change the title. The title will be here. It is you, your picture, and you can change the title by clicking this, modify. The title is here bookmarks. You can just write about maybe the chapter that you are going to teach to your students. Let me write something. Maybe ini terserah ya. Ini hanya contoh. I'd like to use this basic voice. Sorry, basic voice. The title is basic voice. The description, yeah, whatever you want to write here. It can be a motivation or what. Maybe let's study. Let's just make it easier. Study, study, and study. For example, like this, you can write everything. The icon, you can see the icon here, just next to the title. How to add the icon? You just add your own icon. You can search images, upload, paste link, take photo, or draw. To me, it will be easier to search images here. Okay, cari yang gampang saja. I'll take this. Then the picture will appear here, just like this. We have to change the others too. We have to set the others too, just like the wallpaper. The wallpaper, the original wallpaper is still black. We can change this here, wallpaper. You can choose which wallpaper you want to use. Maybe solid colors, gradients, textures, patterns, or it's solid colors. When I click this color, then the wallpaper will instantly appear and change to the color that I click. Gradients too. Okay, like this. For now, I think I want to use, you can see many things here. It's for the textures and patterns. You can also use it with pictures like this, whichever you want to use. Okay, I'd like to use this. Let's get back. Okay, I'm done with the wallpaper. Now the color schemes, the color here. When I post something here, you wanna, what do you want for the color? Light or dark? Light here, and the font, you can just change the font, then the font will change. Whichever you want to choose. I'd like to use this. And for the new post position, first or last, I prefer last because the last post will be will appear at last. If you want the viewers to give comment on your post, you just need to click it like this. If you don't want that to happen, just let it like this. Don't forget to save. Okay, we have the title, the description, the icon, and now you have to set the display, the form. What do you want the students to see? How do you want the students to see the display? You can just click these 3 dots and then change format. Okay, you can choose how many are here. 7. There are 7 kinds. There are 7 kinds of forms, and you can choose. You can see the display like this: stream, top to bottom, grid like this, shelf like this, back channel, map, canvas, and timeline. And I prefer to use stream. To me, as a teacher, I'd like to use stream, and then shelf and timeline. But this time I will use stream. Don't worry, later I will show you about the other formats that I have made. I have made the timeline and the shelf. So the display will be different as the one that we make together here. Okay, stream from top to bottom. Let me add a post here. Okay, when I add the post, you can see that you can write the title and you can write something about maybe about the instruction that you want the students to do. And here you can upload, you can put the link, you can find on the web, you can use your camera. What options that we can use here? Okay, here are the options. Upload, audio recorder. We can also attach our records with our voice. Drawing, camera, screen recorder. Kalau screen berarti pakai screen ya. And then location, link, YouTube, image, and GIF, and web search. You can use many things, but for first, since it is a media that we use to teach the students, it means that we need something like a perception for the students. I will get something. Wait a minute. Oh, I haven't clicked the, what is it? I haven't clicked the upload. I'm sorry. I will click this. We can pick a file here. Pick a file. Still loading. The appearance will be like this because the app perception that I use is a picture like this. We can write here as a title the instruction what we need the students to do. For example, like this. You can add more upper section. If you need more than one, you can just add a post, because we have changed the format into stream from top to bottom. When we add the post, then the next post will appear at the bottom of the previous post. I just want to show you how to make it briefly, because I will not add more upper section here, but I can find something here. Okay. Because I teach about passive, I will just write passive here. What we want to find, images, GIF, or YouTube, or Spotify, or web, just click it. Passive voice, passive voice. Then it will appear. You can choose which video, which YouTube source that you want to use. I will use this. Then the video will appear here. And when the students have the link of our Padlet, they can just play it directly from the Padlet. You can write the title here, or yeah, just like I said before, you can write the instruction that you need the students to do. Because this is a video, maybe I can write like this. Like this. Watch the video and pay attention on the red writing. The red writing will be about passive voice. Okay, we have done with this and the second. And for the next, we can also add another source for the students to study about passive voice. I want to upload something. I will pick a file. Where is it? Oh, this one. You can attach your own PowerPoint here in the Padlet. Wait a minute, it's still loading, and it will instantly appear here. And you can write whatever you want the students to do here in the title, or at the bottom here. When you have done with the post, you can also edit this. You can also change the color. Usually I change the color if the posts that I share here are different. I mean, when for introduction, I used the pink one, and then for the materials, I used the yellow one, and for the assignment, I used different color too. So it will be easier for them to understand. When they have the next Padlets, they will understand, oh, different color, it means that different things to do, just like that. It's for the materials. Next, I want to share something about maybe quiz. We can also put the quiz here, but for the quiz, we cannot find directly here. We cannot find, we cannot find directly here. No, we can't, because when we click something for the web, for example, word wall or quizzes, we cannot get a particular quiz that we want the students to do. So we have to add another tab and get the quiz and get the link, and then you can just put the link in the Padlet, just like this. I have opened
Sorry to cut you off
here as the quiz for the students.
Hulina, terribly sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
I think your presentation time is up.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your presentations.
Can I say one last sentence?
Yes, sure.
Okay. I cannot say at last, I cannot say that this is the best media that you can use for the students, but this can be an option, because when we teach online learning, it means that we have to give the students various kinds of media so that the students will not get bored easily. I think that's all. Thank you very much, Bu Rahayu.
Thank you, Bulina. Thank you so much. Now let's hear a presentation from our third presenter, Mr. Pauris. The floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Bu Rahayu. Good afternoon, everybody. Today, best practice based on my experience and my reflection too. Actually, with the title here, I try to deliver teaching learning English using digital media or application. As far as I join in English department, and then I join some part of activities. Take example in teacher professional development. Actually, there are two things we should prepare, maybe incomprehensive, and also here to anticipate. Take example as pandemic era like today. Based on the title here, we try to classify to become 2 points. Number one, teaching learning English itself. Number two is digital media or application here. So here, especially as my profession or our profession here, teacher have a challenging, how to integrate the skill ability in preparing teaching learning English and also developing teaching learning English using a digital media or digital application. Let me share our PowerPoint. Ayo. Lynn, have you stopped your screen? Share screen, Bu?
I have.
You have. But here we do. Oh, this one.
You may share your screen, Pak Faudis.
Pardon?
You are not the co-host.
We cannot. Can we use share screen, Pak Sueb?
Yes, Pak Faudis. So I have set you as the co-host, so you can share your screen.
Okay, we wait. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the example when I use Google Meet. Why we use Google Meet? some reason and also based my experience when English department
Sorry, Pak
facilitate.
Faris, we
Pardon?
cannot see your screen. Would you please share your screen again?
Oh, cannot. Oh, maybe we get problem with our what about this one, Pak Sueb? Can you see my share screen? Who are you? Hello?
It's not showing, still not showing, Pak Faris.
It's not showing, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, we get technical problem with our laptop maybe, yeah. Okay, we continue our deliver presentation. At least here, 2 points we should prepare in comprehensively. Number one is we have as a teacher ability to develop English lesson plan. Yeah. There, if I'm not mistaken here, if we want to develop English lesson plan, we refer to 2013 curriculum. We find that at their basic competence or what we call here kompetensi dasar. Yeah, refer to this basic competence. We try to select one of them, and then we classify based on basic competence here before we integrate our lesson plan in digital media or digital application here, as maybe two previous presenters delivered to us, that we should have good preparation here because the purpose of learning here, how to read here, maybe is on basic competence. Yeah. If we classify basic competence, at least there are two kind of basic competence. What I say in bahasa Indonesia menangkap makna and then menyusun teks. Based on for language skill, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, we can classify listening and speaking belong to what we call here spoken form, meanwhile reading and writing belong to written form. Another classification we have listening and reading belong to receptive skill, meanwhile speaking and writing belong to productive skill. And then if we refer to basic competence here, menyusun makna, menyusun teks here, meaning that the purpose of learning here until what we call here productive skill, either in speaking or in writing. Meanwhile, and we have in basic competence here, menyusun, menangkap makna, the skill we should teach to our student only two, yeah, either here listening or reading. Yeah, in illustration here, if the teacher deliver learning material and then the purpose as basic competence stated menangkap makna and then only listening or reading. Meanwhile, menyusun tag, it's mean that the purpose of learning productive skill, in this case, speaking and writing. So teachers should understand about this before they integrate in digital media or digital application. So how to select the learning material from digital media or digital application if they don't understand comprehensively the basic competence. That is the main point before we integrate two skills here between skillful in developing lesson plan and also skillful how to integrate developing this lesson plan in digital media or digital application here. And then how to implement, after developing lesson plan, implementing English instructional delivery. That is the main point. Even we use digital media or digital application, English instructional delivery is quite play an essential role when we teaching and learning. The reason here because among some role of teacher in teaching English, the main point here for teacher, one of them is role model. If a teacher, in this case English teacher, skillful in developing lesson plan and also skillful in integrating English lesson plan with digital media, digital application, automatically can motivate the learner, engagement the learner to join this English class. That is the point as far as I join teacher professional development. So two things here should maybe develop day by day, because now in sophisticated technology, digital media, digital application also big influence in learning teaching process. Until right now. Okay. The next one we got it from here. At least in lesson plan, there are some element we should deliver to the student. The learning material itself, and then the media we select to use to deliver to the student, and then the activities of teaching learning itself. If we use maybe look like Zoom here, we can manage our activity by using maybe breakout room. If we want our activity and teaching learning in group here, we can conduct it. And then the last one is learning assessment. So at least 4 elements here play important role for teacher to deliver teaching and learning. Deliver teaching learning material here. If we refer to basic competence, as I told you before, that take example, what kind of tag? Actually in 2013 curriculum, if we classify more or less, I think if I'm not mistaken, there are 5 kind of tag. Interpersonal tag, transactional tag, functional tag, and then short tag and long tag. We cannot find it from basic competence. So we teach here in a big frame of tag. In each of tag, there are 3 components, if I'm not mistaken. A social function, and then generic structure and linguistic feature. If a teacher only teach what we call here vocabulary or maybe grammar, and then only teach one part among 3 parts here, only linguistic features. They don't teach about social function and structure of tag at all. So be careful about this, because each of element of tag consists of 3 elements here. Social function. Social function, I think the synonym of social function here is what we call here content of the tag. And then the next one, structure here. In each of tag, maybe we, because have own characteristics of tag, they have maybe different structure of tag. And then the last one here is linguistic features. Automatically in spoken form, maybe it's rather different in written form here. In spoken form, because they are learning English, still in processing how to improve their maybe skill, especially in speaking or maybe in writing, in productive skill. Automatically the first criteria in speaking here, what we call here accuracy, yeah, to in speaking English, accurate, yeah. And then after that, the next criteria is fluency, yeah. Sometimes if we find in our activity, if I'm not mistaken, the majority of teachers tend to use fluency rather than accuracy. But remember here, maybe if we look at our surrounding, when a baby or maybe a child learn to speak even here in maybe Japanese or Mandarinese, in the accuracy, the mother always say, if the children or the child may be wrong in what we call here, make utterances, the mother always maybe with politely, with passionately, would you like to repeat here? So accurate first rather than fluency, the accuracy here. So try to move here. Something what we call here nature become combined with nurture in learning teaching process in classroom, or maybe nowadays in maybe virtual learning, not because we maybe in some reason we do not use face-to-face because we maybe some reason of maybe pandemic, so we the dominant activity teaching learning here in virtual rather than in face-to-face. Yeah. Okay, now we can differentiate between what we call here learning material and media. So far here we have 4 media in learning English. Audio, visual, audiovisual, and multimedia. Majority of teachers when they join TPD, teacher provided development here, tend to use the last one, multimedia. But they should differentiate between learning material and learning media, because the role of learning material and learning media should be different here. It should be differentiated by the teacher, because the function of media here as medium, how, based on this tool here or media to get to read the purpose of learning. Meanwhile, the material here, learning material is should be fulfilled by the teacher in order to read the learning English purposes here. The next one, the activities is depend on maybe what we call here media or maybe application we use, because I remember when at the beginning of pandemic, when English department facilitated us to use Zoom, our students say, I'm rejected to use Zoom, sir. Why? Because it's very expensive for us. And then what maybe media or what maybe platform we use if we don't use to Zoom here. Yeah, maybe Google Classroom is maybe more appropriate for them because some reason, one of them is maybe financial reason. So
Pak Fauris, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you want me to share the screen for you, Pak Fauris?
Maybe because I have sent maybe who
okay. Let me try. Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah, we see.
Yes. Which slide, Pak Fauris?
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe number 2 was we have already. PowerPoint number 2 is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still in slides 2.
Maybe we refer to maybe based on the title. As I told you, there are 2 points here. Teaching learning English and then teaching media. English teacher needs some requirement in teaching learning English. One of them is developing English lesson plan. And then number 2 here is developing teacher have media to integrate their English lesson with digital media, digital application. Using digital media application, they should have ability to integrate English lesson. I think we have already explained, Bu Ayu, in this one. Maybe PowerPoint the next. Preparation here, good preparation, moreover, is better for a comprehensive preparation. and then good implementation or comprehensive implementation. Yeah, okay. The next slide, Bu Ayu. The next, Bu Ayu. Yeah, okay. If English teacher have
Next
ability,
slide.
yeah, this one, yeah, and then implementation we have, yeah. The next one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Read and understand English teaching learning purposes. Refer to 2013 English curriculum. You use core competent and basic competent. Yeah, we have already explained to Bu Ayu, I think.
Okay.
We have already some example. Yeah, this is basic competent consists of sub-element here. Assessment have referred to English teaching skill in basic competent. And then English teacher should identify for English language skill. Yeah, why we identifying? Because in basic competent, what kind of skill is maybe in line with basic competent. Not every basic competence should teach until productive skill. Maybe some of them only maybe receptive skill, listening or reading. Yeah, okay. Basic competent identification and tag. Yeah, tag type. As I also mentioned here, there are, if I'm not mistaken, 5 tag type here. The next one, Bu Ayu. Yeah, and then if you talk about media here, we have here, select suitable teaching learning media, should understand the English teaching learning purposes and material, and then English teaching learning purpose, material, and media are in line, and then English teacher develop method to read English purposes. Yeah, should remember about the maybe some consideration if we select which media are suitable for teaching learning English, especially the purpose and then the material here, and then the media itself should be in line. The next one, Bu Ayu. Yeah, teacher role here. In teaching learning activity, actually teacher has some role, yeah. Role model, facilitator, assessor, motivator, and manager. In developing English lesson plan, actually English teacher as facilitator. Yeah, how to facilitate here? Because at the beginning of teaching learning process, teacher should inform what is the purpose of learning English here to facilitate, and also what kind of learning material we should prepare here to the learner. And then in delivering English interaction practices, role model, because learner, yeah, as can motivate the learner to learning English. One of the teacher role here, I think, is role model. Yeah, so how to make maybe learning teaching activity interesting, challenging, and maybe enjoying for our learner. The next one, Bu Ayu. Yeah, and then here integration teacher role and teaching learning activities. Yeah, developing teacher should develop and prepare for requirement English teaching material, media, activities, assessment. Yeah, okay, and then here still I have told you before, the audience English teacher role is English teaching learning facilitator. The next one, right?
Pak Faris, I should remind you the time.
Yeah, how many?
You have another 3 minutes, Pak Faris.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, this is the integration, yeah, e-learning, multimedia, hybrid learning, online, offline, and e-assessment. Yeah, we have should develop and prepare here. Yeah, e-learning we have maybe e-book, yeah, multimedia, so many media we have here, and then hybrid learning. And some maybe occasion we have inline, and then some occasion we have offline. Maybe next semester we expect we have maybe hybrid learning, not only virtual learning, and then e-assessment. The next one, Bu Ayu. Yeah, this one integrating English teaching learning purpose in one semester. Yeah, what we call a PCO. We have how many meeting in one semester, or we classify hybrid learning, how many meeting, and then offline how many meeting. Developing speak in each meeting. This is after we have PCO. The next year, what we call here lesson plan. Yeah, each meeting we have. The next one, Bu Ayu. Yeah, developing, preparing here, better to use English e-learning. Yeah. And then developing, preparing assignment and assessment in one semester. We classify to make our result of teaching learning English more efficient. Do not maybe deliver too many assignment to our learner. The next one, right? Yeah, after integrating here, practices consist of delivering electronic English channel specific material each meeting, and then using the media, multimedia, online, offline, and then maybe this is the elaboration, English teaching learning assessment. We have formative and summative assessment. The next one, Bu Ayu. Yeah, advantages of using digital media application. Using digital media application, English have advantages. Easier to access English learning resources. Yeah, if we make comparison, before we use digital media, digital application, nowadays I think to find that learning resources easier to access, and then various English learning resources are available. And then number 3, English learning resources are updated. Teaching activity are more interesting and challenging, can read learning teaching purposes. The next one, why?
Thank you, Pak Faris, for your presentation.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Can I stop sharing the screen?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, presenters. We have listed the questions. I think let me start with the most general one from Bu Tini Handayani. Can we use all online tools for and reading? Please respond. Ms. Ananela, perhaps.
Well, for the Bitmoji itself and also the Google Slide can be accessed or applied in reading and writing activities. I usually invite the students to make a sentence by showing them a picture of the Bitmoji. So I only show a picture of the Bitmoji, and I invite the students to make a certain sentence with the topic that we discussed in our slide, either orally or in the written form, something like that.
Thank you, Bulina. Relating to your Padlet, do you think you can use Padlet for other skills?
Okay, for Padlet, I think we can use it for listening and speaking because I have ever attached a kind of video and I asked the students to write the expressions used in the video. So it means that they can use it for listening and then for speaking, and they can also upload what they have made, right? So I think we can just set the Padlet that they can post something there and they can put their result there in the Padlet.
Nggak ada suaranya, Bu Ayu. Masih unmute mungkin ya, Bu Ayu.
Ini pakai sayang sama.
Bu Ayu, you are unmute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Still with Bu Lina, I guess. This one is relating to you from Pak Mualim from SMP Muhammadiyah 4. Have you compared Padlet with other tools, Bu Lina?
Thank you, Pak Mualim. Ini Pak Mualim ini ketua MGMP saya ini.
I see.
Comparing Padlet with others. Jadi for Padlet, I think all of us have ever heard about one-stop shopping, right? And to myself, I think Padlet is one-stop learning. So when we attach the perception, and then the YouTube channel for the students to learn for the examples, and also the materials, and also the assignments, and also their responses, maybe their feedback, their opinion about our teaching and learning process. That's why I call Padlet as one-stop learning media. So comparing with others, I think I like Padlet more. Because of that reason.
Okay, you prefer Padlet.
Yes.
Yeah, these are still relating to you from Marquis. Yeah, in what teaching stages Padlet should use, the use is to be effective?
Mahis Ahyani kah? Yang efektif itu Bu Ayu.
Correct. Betul.
Quite effective to me because with the same reason that I have told you, to me Padlet is one step ahead PowerPoint, top learning. So I think when the students miss something from teaching and learning process, maybe they couldn't join the Google Meet or something, we just need to share of our Padlet and they can see everything there. Started from the beginning to the assignments, started from the perception to the assignment they need to do. And in addition, if they want to ask something about the assignment, if they don't understand, in case they don't understand about the assignment, they can use WhatsApp or something to ask me personally. I think that's it, Bu Ayu.
Okay. Yes. To Pak Fauris.
Yes, Bu.
Pak Fauris.
Yeah. What is your question?
Yes.
What is the question?
This question. Yes. From Bu Titi Handayani.
Mm-hmm. Which one? Yeah, can we use all this online teaching for skill? Yeah, Bu Tini Andayani, thanks for your question here. Yeah, I think with maybe what we call here tool or media, we should select it first. Yeah, the consideration automatically the learning purposes. Yeah, not every maybe online tool or media I think is appropriate or suitable with our purpose of learning. Moreover, if we try to select what kind of skill we maybe make what we call here focusing among maybe listening, speaking, reading, and writing here. Yeah, should select it. Yeah, not the whole maybe online tool or maybe online application are suitable or appropriate with teaching for language skill. Yeah, we selected our consideration maybe I think is on the purpose of learning. If we use maybe 2013 curriculum, we try to read and understand the basic competence. So we should be in line between any teaching learning purposes, material, media, and then should be in line. Yeah. Okay, I think for Bu Tini question, Bu Ayu. Dan the other Pak Mualim ya. Pak Led ada yang Bu Anu ya.
Yes, Pak Faris.
Ya, again Bu
I'm
Tini.
sorry for the
Munjungan Trenggalek. What should we do if the student do not understand yet if we use this tool for teaching? I think teacher maybe here what we call here assignment. Not only when we teach our student by using tool or maybe using what we call a virtual learning, also in face-to-face. We try to find out feedback from our learner here, how far, how maybe what level of understanding of our learner. We try to deliver some question to get feedback. I think if the majority of the student do not understand about our what we call the explanation, we try to repeat once more. We try to find out maybe a new strategy on what new maybe find out another way how to explain this learning material, and then how to find out or how to read the teaching learning purposes here. But we cannot from maybe feedback from our learner. Yeah, both here maybe in online or maybe offline. We should try to check learner understanding here, the level of understanding here. Okay, if the majority of learner has already understood, we can go ahead our next material.
Okay, thank you, Pak Faris. For presenters, have you ever gotten any feedback from your students relating to the online tools, the media tools that you use?
Putus-putus,
Maybe we can start with, yes, I am. Okay, let me repeat the question. Have you ever feedback from your students?
Yeah,
relating
we as
to
teacher, we have
media that you use?
initiator to maybe deliver some question to check our student or our learner understanding. Even here by using maybe what we call here virtual learning, we try to maybe in maybe some subject here we have maybe so many students, and also in some subject we have only maybe more or less 10 students. If we have maybe only 10 or more or less 10 students, I think it's easier to check their understanding. Meanwhile, if we have maybe a lot of students like maybe introduction to linguistics, I think more than 30 students, but we try to check our student understanding by using random, I think. Yeah, by using random to make sure that maybe we try to make guessing the student understanding. Yeah, deliver some question related with our teaching learning material we already discussed today. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Miss Nella, any comment?
Well, since for the online tools that I shared today is about Bitmoji and also Google Slide, and I guess the feedback is not from the students, but from my partner, from my colleague teachers. For the Bitmoji itself, I do not receive a clear direct feedback from the students about, for example, they have a problem with this Bitmoji or not. But I found that sometimes I use the Bitmoji in my WhatsApp. So the positive side of Bitmoji is we can access the emoji not only for our slide, but we can access it to be the emoji in our WhatsApp. So we can send the emoji of our avatar in our WhatsApp. And one of my students saved that saved my avatar, I guess. And in another meeting, when we have group discussion in WhatsApp, he or she sent us as the teacher, my own avatar. Means, I guess, all the students are quite interested to have the Bitmoji itself. So we can use that not only for the teachers, but also for the students, especially when we have a WhatsApp group discussion. So they can show their expression, not only with a text or their sentence, but also their own avatar. Rahayu.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Bulina? Have you gotten any feedback from your students relating Padlet?
Yes, for feedback, in the end of my lesson, I asked the students whether they are happy or not with the teaching and learning process at that time, maybe about the media, the quiz, or anything, the materials. And I found that they are happy with it. And I also do the same as Miss Anna do. I also got feedback from my friends because in the beginning of the last academic year, I mean this academic year, 2120 and 2021, I also share this Padlet, how to use Padlet, how to make it, how to share to the students, to my friends too. And they said at that time, at the first time they learn about it, how to make it and how to share it to students, they said that it's easier to find the other sources that we need to attach here. Yeah, that's right. I think they're happy with this, my friends as a teachers and my students too.
I see. Okay. One more question from Bu Tini Andayani.
Yeah.
Is your suggested or recommended learning tools can be used via WhatsApp?
Yeah, I think
Can
so.
you use
Bu-
Padlet
Bu-
with WhatsApp?
yeah.
Can you use?
I think so, Bu Ayu. If we look at maybe television program in some area, because of problem about facilities or networking, they use what we call here, look like in Pramuka, yeah, in one part of Madiun, and then the teacher try to manage the learning teaching process by using radio panggil, and maybe because maybe the teacher have extracurricular as maybe advisor of Pramuka, and then this facility used to maybe teaching learning process or activities, how to manage, and then
Very
this
creative.
we get it this one. Also, we can use maybe WA, yeah, as long as they communicate and then try to deliver maybe quick response to the learner question or maybe problem. I think it's okay, yeah, as long as because this technology motivate us to make a maybe quick response to our student. Even here in Google Classroom, we try to complete our activity not only by using Google Classrooms. In some part of activity, we inform to the student this. If you have some maybe question problem with our learning material, you may use maybe another facilities look like we or others. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Pak Horis. Bu Lina, can you use Padlet with WhatsApp?
Yes, we can, Bu Ayu, we can take the link of the Padlet we make and give the link of the Padlet to our students by WhatsApp. I think I need to show you how to get the link of the Padlet to show to my students, to the students. Can I? May I?
I don't think we have much time, Bu Lina.
Okay.
But yeah, probably Bu Tini can contact the committee, and then yeah, we can connect it to you. Bu Anna, any comment? Can we use Bitmoji with WhatsApp?
Yeah, we can use.
Can we deliver Bitmoji?
Yeah, fortunately, the Bitmoji have provide keyboard access, so the Bitmoji itself can be accessed in WhatsApp if we use the service of the keyboard by the Bitmoji. For example, I want to share from my phone maybe. All right, this is my group with Mr. Suad and also some other teachers of Access Micro Scholarship today. And one of my colleagues sent a Bitmoji through WhatsApp and I respond her with another Bitmoji. So this is the interesting features that Bitmoji has because we can apply it in our WhatsApp.
I see. Okay. I hope it answers questions from all the audience. Pak Mualif, Pak Makis, Bu Tini. Yep. Pak Boris, perhaps do you want to share last minute?
Yeah, Butini maybe have complained with this condition, maybe because the Butini come from maybe remote area, maybe far from maybe town here. If we look at maybe if we think about learning achievement here, Butini, if I'm not mistaken, we should consider at least three what we call it element to consider the learning achievement. Number one is input, process, and output. Majority of people, even here teacher, they pay attention, focus only in output, do not pay attention much about input and then process itself. Why in English department, maybe in it's maybe new semester here, we have what we call here a pre-test. Yeah, we try to find out information on the maybe the ability and capability of English. If they have more appropriately, maybe score is 6, maybe in the end of semester they get 7, meaning maybe the progress, the learning achievement. If we try to use maybe number, I think 7 minus 6 year 1. But don't forget here, 1 here, if in what in number here, I think it's very, very crucial if we think about learning achievement in English. Yeah, because maybe some reason in what Utini said that the far from maybe facilities networking is not easier like in city, but we should think about input, process, and output. Do not focus only in output. Maybe it is maybe should be considered if we are still consistent, and then we are as a teacher, we should think three considerations to decide to make decision about achievement of learning English. I think that's all for you.
Thank you. Thank you for the respected presenters. I think that's all for today for the best practice event. Thank you for your active participations and valuable presentations. I hope we can join again on the following best practice with different theme.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
I'll
you,
see you
Bu Ayu.
again.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a lovely afternoon.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Bu
you.
Rina, Bu Ana, Pak Boris.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take care
thank
and
you.
stay healthy. Thank
Yeah.
you, audience.
Thank you. Thanks for everyone. Good presentation.
Yuna.
Thank you. Thank you, Bu Yuna.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bu Ayu, and our committee.
Dari kota terbaik di Indonesia, kota dengan catatan sejarah perjuangan dan nuansa kepahlawanan. Selamat datang di Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Lahir tahun 1964 sebagai Institut Keguruan Ilmu Pendidikan atau IKIP Surabaya, menjadi lembaga yang ditugaskan sebagai perguruan tinggi pencetak tenaga pendidik. Seiring dengan perkembangan kebutuhan pendidikan dan laju zaman yang kian melesat, UNESA menjaga marwah itu dengan meneguhkan diri sebagai pusat pengembangan pendidikan, pelestarian seni tradisional, ilmu keolahragaan, serta ramah disabilitas. Terus bertumbuh menjadi perguruan tinggi terkemuka, UNESA kini mengelola 7 fakultas yang terdiri dari 73 program studi S1 dan D4 serta 23 program studi pasca sarjana. Fakultas Ilmu Keolahragaan, Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni, Fakultas Ilmu Pendidikan, Fakultas Ilmu Sosial dan Hukum, Fakultas Ekonomi, Fakultas Matematika dan Ilmu Pengetahuan Alam, Fakultas Teknik, Program Pasca Sarjana. Memiliki 2 klaster keilmuan, program studi berbasis kependidikan dan non-kependidikan, UNESA senantiasa meningkatkan kualitas penyelenggaraan pendidikan, memupuk tradisi ilmiah dalam penelitian, menggelorakan semangat pengabdian pada masyarakat, berjejaring berkolaborasi dengan pemangku kepentingan, serta mewujudkan pelayanan yang prima, transparan, dan akuntabel.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Di usia ke-56 tahun ini, kami dengan bangganya mengajak Anda untuk lebih dekat dan mengenal tentang UNESA. Kami terus berkomitmen tidak hanya menyelenggarakan pendidikan terbaik bagi tenaga pendidik profesional masa depan, juga sangat berfokus untuk menciptakan lulusan yang berkarakter, tangguh, kreatif, inovatif, dan mampu berkolaborasi pada siapapun, berbudaya yang humanis dengan spesifikasi yang unggul dalam hal seni, olahraga, dan pendidikan disabilitas yang komprehensif.
Pendidikan tak hanya menjadi intisari keberadaan, tetapi juga menjadi nafas perjuangan. UNESA menjadi salah satu kampus penyelenggara program pendidikan profesi guru yang menghasilkan tenaga pendidik profesional. UNESA terus menyelenggarakan berbagai program pemberdayaan sebagai stimulus untuk mengembangkan sumber daya dosen dan mahasiswa. Pengembangan riset serta produk-produk inovatif menjadi solusi atas permasalahan yang ada pada masyarakat. UNESA, rumah para juara. Ekosistem yang mendukung dalam mencetak sumber daya manusia berkualitas, kompetitif, dan berwawasan global sehingga mampu bersaing di tingkat nasional maupun internasional. Kolaborasi adalah kunci kemajuan dalam upaya menjadi kampus berdaya saing global. UNESA berkolaborasi dengan sejumlah institusi berskala internasional, baik di bidang industri, pemerintahan, maupun institusi pendidikan. Naik kelas dengan kelengkapan fasilitas. Sebagai wadah dalam mengembangkan minat, bakat, serta potensi mahasiswa, UNESA juga terus mengembangkan sarana dan prasarana yang mampu menunjang kegiatan akademik maupun non-akademik. Gor Futsal Internasional, Asrama Kontainer, Sport Center, Pusat Bahasa, Geraha UNESA, Student Activity Center, Jogging Track, Lapangan Berkuda, Gor Basket Internasional, Unit Kegiatan Mahasiswa, Seni, Pengembangan Karakter dan Kepribadian, Olahraga, aktivitas outdoor,
UNESA,
UNESA.
UNESA.
UNESA